This is the plaintiff, Bernard Kelly. He says he was hired by the defendants to retrieve some important data on his daughter's laptop, which crashed. He gave them a price and the defendants agreed. He recovered the data, gave it to the defendants, and when he asked to be paid, all he got was a "it does not compute" look. He called the cops. They told him it was a civil matter, and here they are in court. He's suing for $1,377, the amount he's now owed. These are the defendants, Robert and Amanda Evans, and Curtis Kitchen. Robert says he's caught in the middle because the broken computer isn't his. Regardless, the plaintiff did not perform the work satisfactorily. He never got her computer or the replacement computer he gave her to work properly, and they owe him nothing. They're accused of being deficient. The defendants have filed a countersuit for $2,300, the cost of a new laptop, lost wages, and pain and suffering.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff was hired to retrieve sensitive stuff from the defendant's computer. The plaintiff did the job, but didn't get paid. The defendant says the plaintiff did a lousy job. It's the case of you're a nincomputer.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, Bernard Kelly.
Yes.
You are suing Robert Evans, Amanda Evans, Curtis Kitchen, and what's the baby's name?
Audrey.
And Audrey. No, you're not suing. How old's your baby?
3 weeks.
Oh my goodness, no wonder you wouldn't let her go. Mr. Kelly, you and Mr. Evans work together, correct?
Yes.
All right. And tell me the nature of the transaction that gets me here.
Okay, on or about May 31st, Mr. Evans had contacted my job stating that he had a laptop that he wanted me to look at, which belonged to his daughter.
You're the daughter, right?
Yes, Amanda, yes. He explained to me the situation that there was a laptop that his daughter had that is no longer working. There was important data on there that they wanted me to extract from. Well, he asked.
How did he know that you would know how to do that?
Because I do it as a hobby on the side. I mean, everybody around here. Yeah, everybody know that.
All right, so now he asked you to do this for his daughter's computer.
Yes.
And what price do you two agree upon?
Well, the price was a set price for everything. That's for the laptop, the work, the labor, the software, $350 flat. I rounded all off to just one simple number.
Okay.
To make it
the
easy.
laptop would have been $150 or
The laptop would have
$200?
been about $200.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you round it off to $350 and you tell him, listen, your computer's shot and I've got you had an old computer around? Or
Yes. He chose from several different laptops. He then called his daughter. They discussed it. She said, fine, whatever, I'm assuming. He said, well, I'm going to bring this one home to let you see. I said, okay, fine. We discussed what I was going to do. He wanted me to extract the data, then in the other laptop, place the data and everything inside that laptop. So I had to go through an extreme process to extract the data because the initial laptop doesn't work. So if you can't boot it up to see anything, now you have to find another way to extract the data off the data. I hooked it up to my external computer, and then I go through the process with my software. What it does, it goes into the BIOS and it reads the data. And in the business, since I've been in, I have learned you must tell them that all data will not be extracted. We're not responsible for lost data. So if you got corrupted files, it won't bring it out. Then at that time, you can just now transfer it from there to whatever piece of hardware that you want.
It's fascinating, isn't it? Like
it's not easy.
You see your life flash before your eyes because every picture you ever took of your kid is gone. And then someone is able to go like this and bring it back. All right, so what goes wrong?
Well, after I extracted all this stuff and I brought it to him, I said, here, open it up. I showed him all his daughter data, pictures, music, tax papers, everything from years and years from in college, because that's what was important to him from the University of Phoenix, all her classwork and everything. Just click on it. You can now open it up. So I showed it to him. He said, oh, okay. Well, I don't know if she's able to use this. You know, she might have a problem with it. I said, okay, well, the day is Friday. Take the laptop home. Let your daughter use it for the weekend. If everything is fine, you can bring me the money back Monday when we come back to work. You can pay me later. His words, he uttered, oh, you're going to trust me? I said, hey, I know where you work. We work at the same place.
So go on.
Yeah. So at that time, he takes a laptop and then he leaves. a week passed. I don't say nothing. I mean, I'm giving it every time to marinate, let things just go through and see what's going to happen. The next week comes, I see him on a Tuesday. Yo, what's going on? They're like, oh, well, she's supposed to be texting me. Call me back around about 11 o'clock tonight. I should have an answer. So I called, never got an answer. Now we're into our second week. Now we're going into the third week.
Okay, but I don't have a bunch of weeks to go through this. What's the problem? Because you guys haven't paid, so I want to know what the problem is.
Once we got the laptop, the keys were sticking. The battery would die immediately. It wasn't one of the requirements we had for the new laptop was her data to be there, that it be compatible with her schooling for University of Phoenix.
What do you mean compatible?
Some of the programs that you have to download from University of Phoenix that need certain software.
Right, I know. And the software is like Adobe or Java,
like
whatever it is. They can't, right? And
Yes,
you just download it off the internet.
All that is in there, Your
Oh,
Honor.
and according to you, it's in there anyway.
That's what we were
Right.
told. It was going to be there when we got
Except
it from Mr.
it
Kelly.
wasn't. And when I went to go do the schoolwork that I wasn't able to, and some of the files weren't there, when I turned the laptop on, like I said, the battery wasn't.
Do you have the
working.
laptop here?
No,
We returned it.
it's been
okay.
returned.
So when you didn't want it, of course you paid to get your info retrieved, right?
No, I did not.
Right, not a penny.
Plaintiff says he toiled to save the precious info from the defendant's daughter's computer, only to get stiffed. The defendant says when the plaintiff was done, the computer was as lousy as ever. Let's listen.
All this info that you otherwise wouldn't have, you have. So even if a computer, the keys stick and you don't want the computer, I understand that. But how do you get away with not paying for the retrieval?
There were certain Word documents that weren't there. All of my school stuff was there, but there was other Word documents that were not on the computer, and I know exactly everything that's on my computer.
Were your pictures there?
Not all of them.
How many thousands were there that you otherwise wouldn't have had?
I don't know how many I had on there, but I know that.
Why would that justify when you retrieved a lot of stuff, paying him zero? Is it that you didn't have the money? What is the real reason?
I never spoke to him about paying about anything. I actually told Curtis, please handle
Curtis,
it for me.
let's go.
We had talked on the phone. I had told him the laptop's no good. What me and Amanda would like to do is to give it to a different company who actually is a neighbor of hers to get her data off of it. And we're going to buy another laptop. We're sorry because however long it took for us to get the laptop.
How long did it take for you to get the laptop? How long did it take for her to get the laptop?
A few weeks, right?
A few weeks.
It was a few
2
weeks.
weeks, 3 weeks.
2
maybe.
weeks, 3 weeks? In fact, management ended up getting involved in your company.
Absolutely, Your Honor. Absolutely.
That's awkward.
I mean, it
awkward,
got
isn't
to
it?
the point where people who I relevantly don't speak to came to me and like, hey, what happened? Oh, you're stupid. You're a fool. You this, you that. I'm like,
People are walking up to you saying, hey, I need a computer.
exactly. I mean, I'm getting all
Hand me the
these
computer.
remarks.
I'll pay you later. I'll gladly pay you tomorrow for a computer today.
I mean, it got to the point where I became very, very humiliated.
The reason that you paid zero for the retrieval?
I said, I'm not going to pay for the laptop. I'll pay you. He said, give me $50 for the transfer of the files. And I said, okay, that's fine. I have to get everything else. I have to get her data off of there.
No.
Okay, so go on.
He said that he actually didn't do the work himself. He had given it to somebody else, and they were charging him $50. If I could just cover the $50, he was being charged.
Is that accurate?
No. I told him if he was to go and give it to somebody else to do him, they'd call him anywhere between $50 to $500. I mean, this is an extensive process. It ain't like you stick a flash drive in it.
Your Honor,
Which is what the next guy did. You paid somebody $50 to get the files from that computer to another computer?
I have it right here.
Why don't you just... You paid somebody $50 to literally copy visible files from one computer to another, which is insanity. And yet you don't want to pay him for extracting files from a broken computer when that actually took some talent. It's inexplicable. Now, you are upset and you have a counterclaim against him because according to you, I want my original broken laptop back.
That was the part of the original agreement. We get her laptop back.
Okay,
which
of course you weren't giving back because you weren't getting your $350.
We never even had that agreement, Your Honor. Okay. Mr. Evans told me once I told him about the motherboard and what it was going to cost, he said, no, he didn't want it to get it fixed. It was going to cost too much money. Okay, what do you want to do it? Well, it's no good. I don't need it. This is his words. He's saying he don't need it. So I said, okay.
You didn't say
I'll
that?
keep it
That's
on
all I said. It's no good.
Okay, but what did you think that meant?
Well,
okay, now the replacer, you're suing for $300 for a replacement laptop. Why would he buy you a laptop?
I asked him for her original laptop back multiple
I understand
times,
that, but
and
why would you get both? You're suing for both. You're suing for the original laptop, which you value at $700, which is comical because that's a broken one, and a replacement one is only $300.
Well, actually,
we have the receipt, and the original laptop was $2,300.
Yeah, you don't get the original price of a laptop. You think that its value is what you paid for it? Don't be ridiculous. Transfer of data. Okay. Lost wages.
I got dragged, and we all got dragged here to court. I had to take off 2 jobs to be here today.
Pain and suffering. What's the pain and suffering?
I would like to know what the pain and suffering he's suing me for.
Oh, I'm going to make fun of him in a second. Right now, I'm making fun of you.
Okay, so does the plaintiff get his money for this job?
He does get his money.
Why?
He did his job.
He got the stuff back.
Yes.
Now the defendant saying, "Oh, but my computer doesn't work well anymore." What do you think about that? Not much, huh? What do you think about that?
Oh, they got the stuff. Get the money back.
Okay, can I just I want to just tell you something that may upset you a little bit. Okay. You have a plant growing out of your back. I just wanted to let you know. Going inside the courtroom.
Now, is their old laptop here?
Yes.
Okay, does it work or it doesn't work?
Yes, I fixed it because
love
at the
of
point
God.
he said that he didn't want it, I could have easily have given it back to him. It was of no good to me.
I wish you hadn't even fixed it. That's what I wish.
Yeah, because we had another issue now.
That's right. You just created another issue for me.
Your Honor, that's why I never paid him the $50 because he refused to give us back the old laptop, and he called me and threatened me over the phone saying, I don't want to, really do this, but you can't see me, but I'm a pretty big guy. I'm like 6'3", 240, so people are intimidated by me. I'm on the phone at our house, and
I was here the entire time this conversation was taking place.
And
he did mention the $50. Everything.
You know, your dad said to him, "Well, it's no good." I mean, what am I supposed to do with that? Just ignore it?
It was clear that I needed it back because I said, just in case something does go wrong, all the files
so what do you believe a 6-year-old broken computer is worth?
I don't know. I work on cars. I don't know. Okay. But the thing is, we did ask for it back, and that's the reason I would not pay him the $50 that we agreed on, because he refused. He actually said it was junk. I could use it for spare parts.
Stop. Everybody stop. I'm finding it a little bit hard to believe that he agreed on $50 for the work he did when you paid $50 to just copy regular files off.
His words were, someone's charging me $50.
Can you prove that?
I didn't copy the voice message or the conversations we had.
No email, no text, nothing
No, this was
like
a phone
that.
conversation.
Over the phone. Okay. You were suing for your work on the laptop.
Yes.
And you have valued that at $100 for your work on both laptops. What does that mean?
Yes. For installing the software for taking it out of here and putting it into there.
Then you're charging for $149 for Microsoft Office software.
Yeah, all the software that I put in here, they extracted along with all their data.
So you also got
They took it
software?
all out of here.
No.
That's not the case at all. My friend has a legitimate business.
Here's
He
the
works on
receipt.
computers every day.
He transferred the data.
And he transferred the data. All I said was,
No,
I
know,
don't
but
want.
did you transfer as well the programs?
No.
No.
I asked him, all I want is my
Let me
pictures,
see
my
what your
music.
friend gave you.
I was like, that is it. Because
You have a friend who does this. Why are you? Because you were just trying to do it on the fly?
No, this is
cheaper?
because her father said, I know a guy.
I know a guy. Famous last words. This is the reason why people should not do business with coworkers or with good friends, because it's just so awkward for everybody afterwards. You sell them a laptop and your services. According to you, you're valuing your services at $100 and the laptop, I guess, at $250, because you're the guy who fixed the price on the lawsuit. They don't like the laptop. They don't want the laptop. You eventually get back that laptop. So you're made whole there. You are suing for your services, but you now want to collect on the $149 for Microsoft software. Prove to me you spent $149 on the Microsoft software and didn't just violate the license agreement, and it's free to you.
I have a receipt right here, Your Honor, that I had brought the Microsoft Word and Excel and stuff that was put into this laptop.
What date did you buy that? How long prior?
A few months before.
Right. You didn't buy that for them. Why do they have to pay the $150?
Because if you buy the license key all by itself, it'll cost you $169.
That's right, but they don't have the license key, do they?
I could easily give them the license key if that's what they needed.
No. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to order them to pay you for extracting the files that you were successful at extracting. And I'm going to order them to pay you bootleg value for the Microsoft software.
Do we have to use that word?
Yeah, we sort of do, because that's sort of what it is, okay? I can't just order him to return the computer to you. He's saying it's worth zero, Judge, because they told me I could keep it. That's a deal you guys struck. It was worth nothing to you. So I'm going to order you to pay for his services $125, and on your counterclaim against him, $0. That's my verdict.
All right, so let's see what the defendant has to say coming out of here. Here, step on in. What do you think of the outcome here?
I think the guy kind of ripped us off and got away with it.
Yeah. Why? How do you figure that?
He tried to sell us a broken laptop. We gave it back to him, and we still have to pay for it.
Yeah. What about the? How stressful is it at work these days?
I don't see him, and it's not a big deal. So
No.
no,
What about the wisdom of doing this kind of business with coworkers?
I'll never do it again.
Yeah. All right. Good luck with everything. All right.
Thank you.
Head right around the corner there. All right. And so he does win to some degree what he sued for. Step on in, not everything. What's your reaction to this? Step a little closer. Come on in.
Well, my reaction to it that we're still friends.
Yeah.
I think I'll do business with him, but I'll make sure that it's
He
all
says he
in
doesn't
writing.
even see you at work and doesn't look to see you at work.
Well, that's
What were
because he looks the other way every time he see me coming.
What were these threats?
There was no threats. I'm not that type of guy.
Over to Harvey.
You're not.
Okay.
Okay, so the point being here, the judge can actually cut the contract up and award the plaintiff what was actually done under the contract, which is what the judge did. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.